This will awaken you. Let me tell you how this will awaken you. You see, you are the consciousness. The sun is consciousness. That's why it shines bright. It's just there, but its light shines so bright, and everybody could see it if they're outside or whatever, or looking outside the window. But the reason why the other people won't see it because they're avoiding it. That's the same thing. Your consciousness. Your consciousness is already there. You're just avoiding it. You know what I'm saying? You're being distant from it. You don't like the feeling it gives you. You're trying to avoid it because your false perception of your mind. You know what I'm saying? Of course, the sun will make you sweaty. You know what I'm saying? And all that. You'll feel like it feels humid outside. You feel like um dehydrated. But if you look at it like another aspect of people, they look at the sun as a great thing because they get a fresh breath of air. You know, they get a feel, you know, rejuvenated because they've been running or whatever, doing activity. They feel better after. Why don't you look at your consciousness as that? You know what I'm saying? And pay attention to it and let it spread all over to you to the point where you feel like evaporated. Just like the sun, you see? If you put a cup of water outside, right? Or you put it inside, if you put the cup of water inside, it's only just going to stay there. Nothing's going to happen to it. But if you put that cup of water outside, I guarantee you that the water's just going to evaporate because the cup of water, you, the first person, decided to put the cup of water outside to allow it to evaporate. But you didn't do the same thing with your consciousness. You know what I'm saying? You need to do the same thing with yourself by paying attention to consciousness. And that thing will just spread its vast. You know, consciousness is already there. And you're going to start to get these glimpses. And it's only from there your consciousness will expand. And you will awaken. What's up, you guys? This will awaken you. Let me show you how this will awaken you. See? You are that consciousness. You see? The sun knows that it's bright. That's why it's shining on everything else. That's what consciousness is. If you just pay attention to it, of course, the light is going to shine on you. That's the same with the sun. If you look at the sun, obviously it's going to shine on you. Of course, it's shining everything. But you actually go outside and feel the sun, you're going to feel it just go on you. Of course, you can go inside and avoid it. But it's the same with consciousness. Your consciousness, you're avoiding your consciousness. Your consciousness is already there. What you got to do is just pay attention to it. And you'll be one with that consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Everything else has consciousness too. You know what I'm saying? If I say, you know how water, like, it's formed and it evaporates, that's what happens to you. Almost become evaporated, and you become light. And you become conscious with everything. That's what happens to you. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when you stare at the sun, you start to feel like the sun is all over your face. You start to sweat and all that stuff. You know, you feel tired. That's like the negative aspect of it. But if you're like, want to go outside for a fresh air, you feel the sun, it feels good. But why don't you do the same thing with your conscious? You pay attention to your conscious, you start to feel evaporate. You start to feel like you're out of your body through time. Of course, it might feel like negative because, you know, the breakthroughs, you know, in your chakras, your metaphysical body activating. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing that happens to you. So why don't you do the same thing with your consciousness, which is already there? All these things are all consciousness inside of it. You just got to become with it, become one with it. And through time, you will transition. You have these glimpses, and it's only from there your consciousness will expand to the point where you will awaken. It's that simple, guys. You see, this will awaken you. Let me tell you how. You see, you're that consciousness, that seer. Everything itself has consciousness. You know, that's what it really is. All these other things are just forms. You know what I'm saying? They have a color to it. Why do you think your brain could pick up on this? Because it's conscious. You just got to be one with it. You can't act like you're separated from it. You act like you're separated because your brain is telling you you're separated from it. Instead of doing it, sometimes you're not separate from the product. Because if you're realistically speaking, some products, they have some minerals that are connected with each other. Or they have ionic bonds, and if you're talking scientifically. But I'm talking on a whole other spectrum. You're actually connected to that thing. It's just predisposition that way because your mind, your brain is separation consciousness, is duality. When you start to pay attention to something and do what it really is, you start to become more still, relaxed. So you can see what it really is. You're going forward. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you're hanging on a monkey bars, right? You're giving yourself, your time to like hang on it. When you get off, you're letting go like of the tension on it. That's what you're doing. You're letting go of the rays of the mind and going forward and see what it really is, and experience, and it only keeps going. You know what I'm saying? And it's only that because it goes beyond this and it's already there. It's ever present. And when you keep doing that, not necessarily doing that, but being just with that pure awareness, it's only going to just amplify, guys. This will awaken you. Let me show you how. You see, you are that consciousness, right? The consciousness observes and sees, right? If you look at an object, right, it's still, right? It's just sitting there, right? It's not moving as it looks like. But if you pay attention deep to it, you notice parts of it it's never seen. You know what I'm saying? That's what awareness is. It goes beyond all this stuff. We're going to see things new, and it just keeps expanding. It goes past the duality spectrum. That's what awareness. You're going to always keep seeing something new and observing because you're using awareness. It's like the quality. It's like a quality enhancer. That's what it does. But not that it enhances the quality. It's already there. You were just blurred by your mind. You were just distracted. You got to give yourself away so you can open your lenses to see what that really is and go deeper. Have you ever paid attention to something or whatever and it starts to change? It didn't change, but it starts to you start to see what it really is. That's what consciousness is. Just the crackling of a cell of something. You're seeing its true nature beyond all of this stuff, guys. And that is what you got to do. It's not really doing its awareness. That may be a gateway in itself, but you're using a gap of, by being aware. That's going to be your gateway entry to the divine. It's only from there your consciousness will keep increasing until you will awaken and understand what it really are. What's up, y'all? This should awaken you. Let me try this awaken you. You see? You are the awareness. You see, everything has awareness as long as you pay attention to it. That's what it is, the attention. When you pay attention to it, you start to still. You just see how still the subject. If you pay attention to that object, just know that it's going to still be there, even while you observe it. But you got to see things about it that you've never seen before. Its qualities. That's awareness. Its qualities changes. Awareness is still, but it just, when you keep putting your attention to it, it only expands, ever contrasting. You know what I'm saying? So if you stare at something that's in front of you or you observe it, whatever, the object is still going to be there unless it's move, but it's the awareness will only increase, and that's what you got to do. I mean, it's not really doing, it's just awareness. And then you'll make a energetic shift, That's all you got to do. And just go beyond that. That is what awareness is. You're going beyond that. You're seeing the qualities of things that you've never seen by just being aware. You're not being judgmental about it. You're going deep and forward. And when you keep doing that, you're going to understand what it really is. You're going to start to get these realizations. And it's only from there And consciousness will only expand. Really that simple, guys.